Hi guys, it's Amy with A2ZStamping.com. Excuse me. And today we're going to make a really sweet card using the Paisleys Posies Stamp Set. You guys, seriously, well, I don't know. If I had to pick a favorite, I might go with this one. From the first moment I saw this stamp set, when it came out in last year's holiday catalog, I have been in love. Can you see that? It is definitely one of my favorite, but I love Paisleys. And this stamp set, it has a bunch of different Paisleys. It says, thankful, grateful, blessed. That's one sentiment. My world is brighter and more beautiful because of you, and I thank you for your part in my journey. So it's really sweet. And the best part is, it comes with a set of framelits. Okay, these ones are framelits, the Paisley Framelits. And here's what they look like. And so you can cut out all different Paisleys and stuff. And these images are a little bit smaller than they are in real life. So they're a little bit bigger in real life, but it's so cool because there's a lot of fun things you can do with these. And I'll be making a video and showing you all the cool things with these at another time. But right now, let's get started with our card. So I am obsessed with one of our new in colors, Lemon Lime Twist. So I couldn't wait to make a card using the new Lemon Lime Twist and Basic Black. I'm pretty sure Lemon Lime goes with almost everything, but I couldn't wait to get started on a card using these two colors. And I'm so glad it's finally June and we can get to using all the new stuff. So we're gonna start out with a little bit of stamping. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock here, and it is cut at, let's see, what did I cut this at? Now I'm gonna need to grab my trimmer. Let's see, this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to make my own background. One of the cool things about stamping, because I'm a scrapbooker. I don't really consider myself a stamper. I do make cards, but I don't even really consider myself a card maker. I'm definitely a scrapbooker. And one of the reasons I got into stamping was to make my own backgrounds. Because there were times when I just couldn't find anything that coordinated with the picture or with the colors. And so then I learned I could just make my own. All right, so we're going to be using, let's see, 3 of the different stamps. So let me show you on here. I'm using this big circle here, this one, and this one. All right. So we're going to start with the Lemon Lime Twist. Let me open that up. All right. Now these are photopolymer stamps. That means they're clear and you can see through them. Whenever you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, to get the best image possible, it's best to put a foam mat underneath. So this is our foam mat, and I'm just going to slide that right under there. And then I always put some sort of scrap paper behind, so I don't get ink all over my table. And I'm just using our Stampin' Up! Grid paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the bigger circle, and I'm going to ink it up. And I'm just going to stamp a random pattern. You can't mess this up. It doesn't even matter. You just do whatever you like. Let's see. Now the top half of this is going to be covered, so I'm just going to focus kind of on the bottom 3/4 of this. Okay, I'm going to put one, let's see, let's go right here. And let's maybe do one up here. And maybe up here. Like I said, this will be covered, but I just want to get up there just in case I need it. Let me grab my Stampin' Scrub. Got our wet side, our dry side, and now my stamp's clean. All right. Next, I'm going to use this one. Kind of looks like a little sunburst. I don't know. It could be many different things depending on the colors you use. It could be super cool. So I'm just going to stamp this on here. I'm going to go there and down here. And I think I'll do one over here and maybe right here because I'm not sure what it'll be showing. Let me clean that off. Okay, that one's clean. And then I'm going to take this little tiny circle one and let's see, I'm gonna go right here. And where else do I want to go? Let's see, right there, maybe I'll do one over here and right here. Okay, let me clean that off. Okay, oh, and I do need a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. And let me find one real quick. Usually have scrap pieces all over the place. And of course, right this second, and I need one, I don't have one. Okay, so here's a scrap piece, and I just want to stamp this guy in green. Looks good. All right, set that aside. Okay, and that's all we're doing with the lemon lime twist. All right, now I'm going to take the basic black. Actually, let me grab this one first, and I'm going to need this guy, the big circle again. And I'm going to stamp that one right here. Beautiful. Okay, I'll set that aside. All right, so now I'm going to grab this, and I want to stamp this in here a few times. So I'm going to go 1, 2, let's see, let's go right here, 3, let's maybe do one over here, 4. I'm kind of trying to fill in some of this white space. 5, and maybe I'll do one right here. Okay, clean my stamp off again. Now for this stamp, right now I am using a C block, but this stamp would also nicely fit on this block, which is the B block. And so now I'm going to grab the little circle that we used earlier, and this is the A block. I'm gonna ink it up, and I'm just gonna fill in the rest of these empty spaces with the littler. All right, looks like I'm pressing a little bit too hard there. Where do I need another one? Maybe right there. Okay, do I love it? I love it. All right, clean that off. Okay, and one last thing I need to stamp is my sentiment. I'm going to be using, this is the H block, and this is the one that says, "My world is brighter and more beautiful because of you." And I'm going to put this, I have a 1 inch, and I believe this is, well, let's see, I was going to take a guess. 3.5 inches, so it's 1 inch by 3.5 inches. And I'm going to line this up on my grid paper, just so it's nice and straight. Let me ink up my stamp. And the nice thing about the photopolymer stamps is I can see. I want to line this up exactly, but I'm going to do it over to the right because I want it as far to the right and in the center. Oops, sorry, I don't want my head in the camera. All right, and I want to get it right in the middle. Press. And lift. Looks good, but it's a little bit off. It's a little bit too far to the bottom. So you know what? There's 2 sides to every paper. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to try that one more time. And if it's not perfect the second time, you know what? I'm just going to go with the best one. So ink it up. I want it more toward the center. And stamp. Lift. Oh, much better. All right, let me clean that off. Put that away. All right. Set this aside. Okay, so now we can assemble our card. Well, yes, we can almost assemble the card. The first thing I need to do is something with these. So I'm going to grab my Big Shot out. I've got the magnetic platform down. I like to use the magnetic platform whenever I am cutting a framelit around a stamped image because it holds the framelit in place. So I have magnetic platform and a cutting plate. You see that my cutting pads are all scratched up. That's totally normal. You can buy replacement cutting pads when they get to a point that they're just getting warped, but I mean they can go for a really long time before that happens. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down and let me grab the thinlits. These are framelits. I'm still not sure how they determine which are which. I'm going to use these 2. All right, and so we can do these both at the same time. So I'm going to do, let me slide this. Okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull that foam pad out. There we go, much easier. Okay, so we're gonna line this one up. I just want to kind of line it up so my scallop matches, and I'm gonna lay this one down. And again, line up my scallops. Just kind of eyeball it. Okay, come on. Looks good. And I need to put my top cutting pad. So put that down and just crank it through. And that crackling is totally normal. Okay, that's it. Put my big shot away. Grab these off. All right, I want to put these back in the box so I don't lose them. And here's my two little pieces. Okay, now we can assemble the card. So first thing I need is a card base, and I'm going to do it in Lemon Lime Twist. I love this cardstock. So this was a standard 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that's cut in half, so it's cut at 5 1/4. So this is 5 1/4 by 8.5, and I'm going to grab my trimmer so I can score it, and we are going to score this at 4 1/4, the standard A2 card size. There we go. Move that out of the way. Fold my card in half. Let me grab my bone folder, give it a nice crisp score. All right. Okay, so here's the front of my card. It's gonna go this way. All right, so now I'm gonna grab this piece here, and I want to grab a piece of Designer Series paper. This is from the Eastern Palace Designer Series paper. This comes with, these come in 12 by 12 sheets, and this side is just Lemon Lime Twist with little tiny white, they're kind of like stars, little squares. The other side was that sort of peacock feather paper, but I'm using this side, and this is cut at 2 inches by, the same as this one. So what did we decide that was? 2 inches by 4. All right, so we're gonna put some adhesive on here. I'm gonna use my SNAIL adhesive. All right, and I'm gonna line this up exactly. So I'm gonna tip it upside down, line it up. Okay, there we go. And press it down. All right, so it's like that. Now I'm gonna take some of our brand new, this is our new 1/2 inch finely woven ribbon, and this is in Lemon Lime Twist. It comes in all of the 5 new in colors. And I'm going to just take a little piece. Let me grab my snips here. Cut that off. All right. And I'm going to just stick a little bit of snail on the ends of my ribbon. You can also just use Scotch tape. It doesn't really matter, but I just need it to stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around like this. Okay. And I want it kind of toward the end, the bottom of my Designer Series paper, so that's showing. Flip it over and just kind of stick it down. Okay. Oh, I guess I need a little more on this side. There we go. All right. So we have that. And now I'm going to flip this over and glue this down. I want to make sure I get some adhesive over the ribbon just so that glues down nice and well. Okay, I'm going to stick this on the front. Oh, you know what? I forgot my, when I mount it first. I have a piece of black, basic black cardstock, and this is cut. Now the measurements on this are a little bit different than normal. Let me show you on my trimmer. Because I just wanted a tiny bit of the black showing. So this piece is cut at 4 1/8. So that's 2 of the little tiny hash marks over. So 4 1/8 by 5. And what we call that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7/16. It's basically 2/16 down from 5 1/2. So 5 7/16, I guess. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. All right, so again, this piece of basic black cardstock is 4 1/8 by 5 and, what are we going with? 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6/16. So what would that be? So that would be 3/8, 5 3/8. All right, that's what we're going with. All right. So I'm going to stick my adhesive on here. Typically, when you're doing borders like that, you would do a 1/4 inch around, but I wanted it half that, so that's why the measurements are a little bit different than normal. So we're just going to have a tiny bit of the green showing all around. All right. Now I can take this one that I already put my adhesive on and line that up on here. And again, just barely any of the black's going to be showing. Okay, like that. So cute. Oh my gosh. All right. Now we're going to take these two little guys and I'm going to stick dimensionals on the back. So I have 2 Stampin Dimensionals. I'm just going to put one on the back of each. Peel these off. Actually, I'm not going to peel the big one yet. I'm going to stick this on. Okay. Now, before I stick the bottom one on, I want to get this on. So I'm just going to put some adhesive. And I'm going to line this up almost all the way. Oh, I got some adhesive or something. Okay. I'm going to line this up all the way to the end of the green. All right, and now I'll peel this off. Come on, and put this right here. All right, my world is brighter and more beautiful because of you. And my last thing is, these are the brand new clear faceted gems. I love these so much. I'm going to put one of these small ones right here in the center. All right, and I think, and it already has adhesive on it. And there's my card. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So cute. And here's one I made earlier. Seriously, so cute. Let me get the light up here so you can see this really well. Okay, can you see that? Oh my gosh, this just sparkles. That lemon lime and black is so cool. Okay, so anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this card using the Paisleys Posies Stamp Set. Don't miss out on this. There are so many cool projects out there I've seen with this stamp set. It really is my favorite. Make sure you check me out at a2zstamping.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.